Sarah,
Yeah, your phone is like lagging, but okay,
do you want?
there
Should I
you
use
are.
a computer
And then just turn the camera around.
to talk to me?
Yeah, there you go. And
Okay. Okay.
you should be coming on shortly. I'll look from there. Hi.
And if it's really bad, you know what? It may be that we need to move you guys over here. We didn't plan very well.
Okay, so right now it is turned around.
I see that.
So
Okay. I see Sarah. Oh, you see me now? Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Susan Brown, and I am at James McHenry Elementary School, and you're actually looking at me, right? All I see is Sarah. But I'm going to introduce you to another Sarah and an Andy, and I don't know where Chiamaka went, but she'll be back here in a minute. This is the crew, actually, that is using PVC pipe to create a plant growing system, and we're talking about feeding Earthlings who are moving to Mars. We're guessing that by the time these kids are in course, that we may be, well, maybe they'll be a little older. Maybe they'll be like 40, but we'll have a people on Mars. So, Sarah, you want to start and explain how we did all these pieces? This was just a piece of PVC. Come on up, Sarah. And then you can hand the camera to the next maker.
Okay.
Talk loud.
Right here is a vertical garden, and then how we made a vertical garden is with a reciprocating saw, and we had to do math how many pots to do, and how many times we were going to do it, and how many times we want to do it. And then we used a heat gun to melt the PVC pipe, so then we can put a bottle inside where we melted it to make a cup, so that we can put the pot where the plant goes, and then we can plant the plants inside the vertical garden, and then we put a pipe through.
Go ahead.
And then we put a pipe through the PVC pipe, so that water can go through the pipe.
So show them. You have to keep your hand down there because the camera's right there. So show them the cuts that you made with the.
Wait, how
There
can
you
I
go.
see?
So you used a what did you use to make that?
A reciprocating saw.
And Andy, can you get the reciprocating saw and show them? I suppose we could plug it in over here how loud it is, right?
Here is a reciprocating saw.
All right, Andy, you got control of it?
Mm-hmm.
You got your glasses on? Everybody ready? All right, Sarah, aim the camera.
There's the
Plug in
camera.
the
Okay.
game.
You could put on that hole if you want to.
And no, not on there. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's cut this. You got it, Chiamaka, or you're gonna cut over here. Can you see Sarah?
No, I cannot see it.
This Sarah.
I can only see Sarah.
Okay, so was that hard, Andy? Not at all. It's whole and were your hands shaking? Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah. What we really need to show you is how they make the holes. So, Chiamaka, get the heating gun. So actually, the cut that they just made. Can you help me, Sarah? Don't let it fall. The cut they just made is similar to the cut that was made here. And then what they do is, somebody was looking for the heat gun. They take a heat gun. Sarah, come here and explain this while you look for the heat gun. Sorry, we were using it earlier. We had a disaster that we made lemonade out of. The pipe that we had already fell and yeah. So I'm thinking we should go outside and take one of the other pipes, even the broken one. Okay, so we're moving outside. Do we have to move outside? We don't have to move outside. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, but this one hasn't been cut.
Okay, that we need one that. Well, we'll just cut it. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, we're all excited.
And crazy.
All right.
This one right here.
Yep, we'll use this right here. So.
Cut it first.
So.
Saw.
Oh, yeah, anybody who has questions while we're picking up, don't worry about it, Chiamaka. We'll get it in a bit. Questions, chime in on the Q&A, and we certainly will help you.
Sarah, can you hold it? Yeah.
So, Sarah and Andy, you're going to hold it and get really shaky hands. Sarah, that scares me, putting your hand in there. And let Andy get down there before you start. Chiamaka, let him. I know it's good. Yeah, that's better. All right. Okay. So that's all she needed to do is make that split, and yeah, it does have those little curly cues of PVC. What do we use to get those off other than our fingers? I mean, as long as it's not hurting, it's okay if you use your fingers.
Like a mini brush, like scoop it out.
Oops. There you go. Okay, so who's doing this?
I will.
And does somebody have a timer? Because this takes 4 minutes. So now would be a good time for people to ask questions. The bottom line is what happens at the end of 4 minutes is way cool.
Oh, yeah.
We use a Worcestershire sauce bottle, and so they're going to go ahead and start whenever Chiamaka says go.
Wait. Ready? Yes. Go.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the top of this. And I don't know how well you can see it, but it's on high, and high is like 850 degrees.
It goes all the way up to 1,350 degrees.
Yeah, I'm not sure which. Yeah.
Now it's on 950 degrees.
950 degrees. So what she's doing is softening up that PV through it, bottle, and he's showing us the bottle. And that will open up the PVC pipe to make the hole. We started last year with vertical gardens. We were using pallets, and actually you can see a bunch of pallets we have right over there. We started this year relearning to use hammers and nails, and there was a lot of measuring we needed to do. I'm going to tell you a joke, and you guys who were there asking me this, bear with me, because you've learned a lot since then. When we were measuring when the kids were measuring the pallets, we gave them yardsticks, and the pallets were all taller than 36 inches or a meter. So every group came to us and said, "I'm sorry, our yardstick is not long enough. We need a longer yardstick." So we decided that we were going to measure everything we possibly could this year. So we understood that yardsticks were just that, a yard, and you had to add inches. If it was longer than 36 inches, you just moved it up. You can see on this pipe that they have measured and made some decisions. The circles that they have on there are pretty much to guide them, because making your arm hold this gun, this heat gun, for 4 minutes and going around in that same boring circle over and over again, it gets tiring and you kind of lose focus, and so that black circle helps you, and especially when Andy's moving the pipe around and Sarah's trying to stay in the circle. But you know, that happens. We found out that 4 minutes is also how long it takes the PVC to cool. So once, actually, you know what? Can you see how the PVC pipe is starting to open? You see how it's getting kind of a crack there? Sarah, can you see that? Yeah. We have actually burned some of this stuff, but it doesn't matter so much about the burn.
It just matters if you get it.
Yeah, but what Sarah just said is exactly right. It matters if it opens or not. And we've had problems sometimes. We did this outside a couple of weeks ago, and it was a windy day, and 4 minutes was not near what we needed to do it, because the wind was coming right down through the pipe, and yeah, it was more like 15 minutes that we had to. I think we were at max temp. How long do we have left? Like 18 seconds? Yeah. So who's got the bottle? I'll take the heat gun, but you guys hold the pipe, okay? Andy, you're doing the honors? Okay, hold the pipe, Chiamaka, because I'm letting go. It's okay, it's just water. Okay, here we go. You can actually see that, yeah, never mind, you can just watch.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
You can actually see it's ripping here, but that doesn't matter. You want to try it some more? Make it come there right over here. Where are you going? So while she's doing this for just a few minutes, Andy, I guess the bottle got, actually the bottle is a Worcestershire sauce bottle, and we just bought the bottle of Worcestershire sauce because we broke our last bottle. He actually emptied it, or one of these guys emptied it today, and he washed it out and it had water in it, so he just dumped the water that was in there into this bucket. And if you look down in the bucket, you can see the pump that's in there. That's a pond pump from Home Depot. So just about everything you see here, except that pink duct tape, is from Home Depot. And I don't know, Home Depot might have pink duct tape too.
It does. Sarah, can you hold that around?
Push, yeah, there you go. There you go. Keep going. I think it'll work. Just don't break the bottle.
Sarah, put more over here.
Okay, normally this goes very smoothly, so I think that the PVC pipe is nervous. See, she thinks it's there, and I think you need it here. So I don't know. Just maybe. Yeah. See, yeah. So do the whole circle. One story, if anybody's going to do this, I have a, what kind of car do I have? I have a Prius. And if you get a piece of can you hand me that PVC pipe right there? If you get a 10-foot length of PVC pipe that looks like this, that'll fit in your car. And I'll tell you about this pipe in a minute. But if you get a 10-foot piece of PVC pipe that looks like this and shut the trunk, your windshield breaks. And they all keep watching the break in my windshield get bigger and bigger. They're so nice. They go, Mrs. Brown, it's bigger now. It's bigger now. So I learned the hard way that circumference counts. So what you're seeing here are the mist nozzles that we also got at Home Depot, and the purple is glue, a PVC pipe type glue that the kids haven't used. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure. That really ought to do it. I'm going to break off my purple thing, and you can see how it's melted, but that should work.
Better.
Yeah. See, that's how normally easy it is. And normally it doesn't tear like that, but it doesn't matter, because all we want is to have this net pot to fit in there. So guys, are there any questions from anybody out here in our audience right here? I don't know if thank you for your phone. I just let everybody see a quick shot of all you guys. I hope you're okay with that. Say hi to Australia. These are parents that have come to see the kids that we actually have a whole mini maker fair going on here. But this is the piece that we wanted to talk about. Sarah's letting the gun cool, and you can see it's on cool, and it'll shut off by itself in just a moment.
Yeah.
So James McHenry is an elementary school. The makers here are pretty much from third, yeah, mostly fourth and fifth. But that doesn't mean that we aren't looking for third graders. You mean tonight? We don't have any third graders in the group?
Because the one, and then she stopped going.
Right, but they could come. We had some third graders to begin with, and life changes. But we're courting third graders because all of our awesome fifth graders are going to middle school, right? I'm hoping that I can pull some of them next year because we're going to do a school system-wide mini maker fair. And some of these people here are so good, and we work so well together as a team that I'm really hoping that they will be part of it. I'm not sure how we're going to carry that bucket of water next year, but I'm hoping that we will have gotten a little further along. Chiamaka, you want to talk a little bit? Who has already talked? And okay, so there's Chiamaka. Which side are we looking at?
We're looking at straight at her.
At her right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about? You can turn it so it looks at your face. You have to push that button, or you can point it at any part of this. You want to talk about the microcontroller?
You plug in the water?
Oh yeah, turn the water on. Absolutely.
Show. I know. So, um,
You
sorry.
will only see
The This is a vertical garden, which is controlled by a motor, and then the motor soaks up water, which is in this red bucket, and then it goes through the pipes, and after then there's a lining right here, which makes it come down and spreads out on the plant. Then there's also these stoppers. So if you ever want the water to stop flowing, you can just turn it off. And then after there's also one on the bottom just in case you don't want it to just like fall out. And up here it will just like stay on the plant and come out from either here, here, or this hole. Then and how goes that? Huh? How the water goes back. Oh yeah. How do it's like a cycle. The motor takes up the water from the tube. Is their stopper so it doesn't go out these hole, but if they're ever using more than one planter, they'll be able to do that. And then it goes through this one. It falls down. Then whatever water that the plant doesn't soak up, it goes through. It falls down, which means it's kind of like a cycle. The water goes up and then comes back down. So the plants that we put in this time was beans. The last recently plants we did was strawberries. Does anyone want to say anything?
Andy, we're going to turn it off right now, or at least turn that we've got a couple of switches here. So that didn't turn the pump off. That just shut the water off. The pump is still running. It won't turn off until we unplug it. So you want to unplug it, and do you want to, one of you guys want to help me talk about microcontrollers and how you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys are going to share. The reason we're talking about microcontrollers, and I'm hoping I don't fall over the reciprocating saw that's sitting on the floor. No, it's not. Good job. Well, I'm going to turn it over to the girls. Here you go.
So, hold on.
It's
facing the front. So this microcontroller is the red board and the breadboard. You might see like there's some blue boards, but this is a red one. Red board. The blue boards are called Arduino boards. Yes. Here, what's this?
Oh, hang on 1 second. Question.
What's the question?
So the question is Barbara Lito, and she said, what other plants do you think will work in this?
Well, another plant we have used was strawberries. There you can use beans,
Herbs.
you can use herbs, but not stuff that grows under. Yeah, you can use lettuce.
Like no carrots and no potatoes.
Yeah, it won't grow like potatoes, no.
Because you
potatoes
can't
and
grow
carrots.
stuff underground
Yes.
or just go through.
Yeah, because well, the one we have isn't that big, so it wouldn't really hold up the plants. I mean, the plants if it was growing down, as in potatoes or corn
Or carrots.
or carrots.
If
I mean,
you
carrots.
grew carrots here and then it'll just when it's growing it'll just fall down there
Yes.
into the water.
Or it could like squeeze up in the pipes. So.
So go ahead and tell them about the microcontroller.
So the microcontroller you connect it to a computer. Is it the right card?
Well,
Get
I'm not
25.
sure. I don't
Get
think
25.
we need to do that whole thing, Sarah.
So this is the breadboard and the breadboard.
Right. So the microcontroller. What does that microcontroller hold? What have we been working on that with?
Oh yeah, what we've been working on was trying to make it light up, like flash.
An LED, but
Yes.
but what do we put on here? What do we send to the microcontroller using the computer? Data. Okay, that's kind of in the right vein, but we've been working with code over here, right?
Yes.
So we send the right code to this to
Yes.
make it do things.
Yeah, like you use a computer to send the code. I mean, you can use a computer to send the code through from the computer
to the Arduino. As if you wanted to light up, you could make it light up. Is the website on this one?
Put the camera on what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Just press the website.
So what are you trying to make it do?
Ooh.
So Chiamaki,
We could try to make it light.
yeah, right. But what if we wanted to test the pH of the water? Could we hook it up somehow to that so that we could test how much food the plants are getting?
Oh yeah, and then also I heard a parent talk about this where we could like put a timer to see every time the water like wants to go on, and then like if we wanted to like go on every 5 minutes, and then it could last for like 2 minutes. Like we could put a timer so that every 5 minutes the water would go on, and then it would last for 2 minutes. When 2 minutes is done, it would like stop or to like signal as in like a beep.
So have you ever been to Safeway when the mist
Yes.
comes on? So kind of like that, right? Yeah.
So like it's growing a plant without having to actually take care of it yourself.
So the plan is to use the microcontroller to control a lot of the things that are going on in our vertical garden, right?
Yeah.
Was there any other talk of any other live things in our vertical garden?
Fish. So when it starts to grow, and then the fish can take care of fertilizing.
Right. So it becomes even a stronger circle of life, really, right? The fish live in here, and when they leave their waste, it goes up here. I'm not sure about what we have to feed the fish, but we'll have to look at that. It's going to be very interesting. So, I think, you know what? I got a needle in my arm.
Yes.
You got it? Yes. Okay.
So these are some parts. This is not the exact board we are using. This is the blue board. It's a red board, Arduino board.
This is an Arduino board, and that's a.
This is a.
Wait, there's a question, guys.
Yes.
All right. How can you use a microcontroller to support vertical gardening?
You can support the vertical garden with the red board, by programming it to connect to there. By programming the breadboard and the red board with the website so that it can connect to the vertical garden.
So another tip about the breadboard is that if it has been plugged in, it will show a light and it says on. It's the backwards, so it shows no, but it normally says on. Then it'll light up. Oh. So yes, it shows on. No. Yes, on. So after that, this is the Arduino board, which is blue. This is the Arduino cord. This one is black, but the one we are using is red. Jumper cable. Oh.
So if you can go right through here and show them all the parts that you can make things blink and so on and so forth. This is kind of where we are in terms of programming we're using a SparkFun's red board, but it's the same. What do I want to say? It's actually an Arduino built or specs board, so it's the same thing. And I'm not sure that I'm ready to explain everything here, except that this is where we hook up the cable so that we can go to the computer like we have right here. And these are where pins are going so that we can use different pieces of technology. And the breadboard actually is a place for us to practice things. So we could actually set up a kind of an experiment here using, like I said, some of the sensors to be able to tell what's going on in the vertical garden, and that's where we're headed. Guys, I think that we have told them everything that we can possibly tell them. No,
Well,
you got something else to say? Okay.
You also need a website. I mean, not a website. Well, a download of to like program it. That's why it's connected to the computer, and the app is right here, which is called Arduino.
And we download it. And it doesn't come like this. It comes separate, and it comes
Yes.
with this. You have to screw this in. Here are the screws right here. And the breadboard, it doesn't come on this either. It's on the back is on a piece of paper, and you have to peel it off and put it right here, and you just screw this on
As if it was
right here.
So guys, we're at the limit of our knowledge, I think, right now, because we are just getting to the point where we're getting into the microcontroller pieces. And I think what we ought to do is say thank you to our audience. Well, are there any other questions, first of all? And say thank you to our parents and audience and everybody out there in the big world. So you guys want to tell everybody thank you?
Thank you for coming, and thank you for watching.
Yes.
And thanks for giving us your time. We really appreciate it. Signing off from James McHenry here in Maryland, USA. Press the red button.
Great job.